sometimes I wonder what your Senate President Akpabio normally, sniff. I wonder what the guy they smoke before coming to the Senate floor. Now, I want to go straight to the point. I cannot start, enumerating, the things, some sarcastic things he has said as the number 3 person, you understand, the 3rd person in the country. Now, let me go straight to something he just said recently. I'm going to be reading some few interesting news to you here. Now, one of the things he said is he said, this flash is entering my eyes. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, please, it's on the screen. Now, let's read together. He said, just in, President Tinubu cannot reduce the price of fuel. Instead, let Nigerians with cars reduce the amount of cars on the road, or they sell them out for a better Nigeria. Senate President Akpabio. Now, when petrol was 140 naira, Tinubu and his gang held Nigeria's hostage. Now, they organized a protest tag Save Nigeria at 140. Now, the same person has become a president, and petrol is about 1,200. All this Senate, Igbo Senate president could say, this Marujana Senate president, all he could say, Nigeria that have more than one car, they should say that. Is it Nigerians that even have more than one car that are crying now? Or everybody is crying? Some TV presenters, Arax TV, OJ Okbe, she said the other day that she now trek, she walk with her leg. Some new TV presenters on Central News TV presenter, most of their presenters said they now walk with their foot. Many are parked. I have many friends in Nigeria said they have parked their cars at home. Now I'm going to be buttressing this thing I'm saying now of Senate President with what Atiku said. These people, they don't have empathy. The life of the citizen can never be better until you have a leader that is passionate. Even that is also it is in ministry. As a man of God, as a Christian, a man of God, if you don't have passion, God cannot use you. That's the truth. One of the ways to command auction anointing is when you have genuine passion. If you have a passion for the poor, before you know it, that auction for wealth will rub off for you so you can help the poor. If you have passion for the sick, before you know that auction, you understand, to heal the sick will come on you. Let me go to what Atiku said about this element we have at the corridors of power. Atiku said this from his Twitter handle, written by him. He said, Atiku said this from his Twitter handle, written by him. He said, the haphazard and disingenuous approach of the current administration to fuel subsidy management has been the reason we are in this current economic crisis in the country. In the country, as things stand, there will be no let up in the escalating inflation rate, which is draining the material well-being of Nigerians. It is even more worrying that T-Pay is calling on Tinubu T-Pay. Yeah, T-Pay. We say T-Pay. Tinubu stand for T-Pay. That's the nickname they gave you now. You understand? Aren't you fulfilling T-Pay? Everybody, all Nigerians worldwide are feeling it. He said it is even more worrying that T-Pay is undisturbed by the hardship in the country. Is Atiku lying? Is it not saying the truth? Tinubu is less concerned after a best. Oh God, Tinubu, your wife, all of you. See, you see these people, Tinubu, the likes Wike and the Akpabio just call. If I have my way, I be pastor, right? If I get God, now these people, God will not go look back twice. I will bring them down. I so detest this element that if I get access to GUN now and then they here, Baba, I will not go look back. I will bring them down. I will not go think twice. No problem. They will go face the rest with God. How can the life of Nigeria be better when we say wait till we get power now? Devils we get for power. Devils, blood-sucking demons that we get for power. Man, it's God that will help Nigeria. It's God that will help Nigeria. If I tell you I'm not paid, I'm lying. The video I posted before this, the news presenter say she know of a family that when they cook with egg, about 3 of them or 4 of them, they will have to share 1 piece of egg. Oh God. He said sometimes the mother will not want to eat for days just for the kids to eat. And yet the people who cause all this thing we are in, this pain we are in, they are less concerned. I saw one Agbadorian. He said, I would rather buy petrol 3,000 naira than to vote a Peter Obi. Can you see? To me, may they divide this country. What is your take on this, my friend? Let this country be divided. I am of the opinion Nigeria should be divided with immediate effect. Please let me like this video so that Facebook and YouTube can recommend it. Please share for everyone to see.
The rich are in bed with the political elite. Lola, don't tell me the rich are crying.
It's a phrase. When they say the rich are crying, that means you are talking about middle class.
There's no middle class. There's no middle class. The rich are not crying. If they were crying, they would go to their friends in the political elite and they would tell them, we're setting this country on fire.
Even they are feeling it, is what I'm telling you. I know many businesses that are running on debts. They are collecting money from this bank to pay this one.
That's why they are in bed with the powers.
Since time immemorial.
I know how many times I've had to adjust my budget. And I was talking to a friend that I was adjusting my budget and I said, you still have budget. That's when salary comes, the first thing you can buy is just buy and rest.
Do you know that?
Don't tell me to move.
I'm praying that by the end of this month, I have to make sure I buy another bag of rice. Because the last one I bought about 95,000. I know when I get there now, it's going to be like 100 and something.
Yeah,
who knows what it's going to be by Christmas?
Aside the rice, the tomatoes to cook it,
oil,
the gas, the oil.
So guys, next week, our just on the street has to be in the market. No, because this is October. We're heading towards Christmas.
It will have to be in the market.
You know that there are oftentimes English fails me, and that's why I'm reverting to Yoruba because we understand. Because English is not enough to express the frustration and the anger I'm feeling. You are leaders in a country that is being referred to often as the poverty capital of the world. You're sitting down with fuel, something that we own, that is our own, is hitting 1,000. How many people can afford it?
We are even suffering with hunger. Imagine if we had natural disasters.
I spoke to family in Cameroon and they said, if you're complaining about fuel, we that get fuel from you, how do you think we're doing it? And you know, listen, we don't know the gravity and the ripple effect of what's going on. Former aviation minister, I think, Honorable Chibike Rotimi, in an interview he gave, he said, Nigerians, he didn't expect that Nigerians would take this sitting down. You expect that Nigerians should be on the, and he got a lot of flack for that. And Nigerians should find a way to protest and find a way to, because the truth is, in the midst of all of this, Nigerians are still finding a way to laugh.
Excuse me.
Are they mocking us?
Yeah. I won't finish the sentence, but I'll start it. Kole what? Emma Soma. Don't. She understands. Kole kini. That comment that Rotimi Amechi's made. Kole what? You're outside. You know what I mean.
Okay.
Please, let's move on.
Honestly, it's not fun.
Because the truth is, in the whole quagmire, Nigerians are still finding a way to laugh. How we do it, frankly, I have no idea. I know that being able to make light of every situation is actually what got us here. But ladies, even if we could use a little laughter right now, I don't know if we can.
But sorry, before you go, I think that, so we've said it over and over again, but I think I'm coming to realize that Nigerians are not finding a way to laugh or adapt. People are dying in silence. I think that's the situation. When we were talking about depression yesterday, it dawned on me that a lot of people are too scared to come out and say, this thing is affecting me mentally. Because other people will say, are you the only one? I'm so scared of what the statistics of suicide would be by the end of this year, by the end of next year. Because we're looking at it as people are coming and they're coping online. I don't think we're coping. I think people are going through it. And it's going to start affecting people's minds, and people are going to start taking drastic actions. That's when we realized that they were not laughing after all. They were only just hiding. They were masking.
Do you know how many companies I know that is retrenching and sacking people because they are trying to cut back? I can tell you, grade A offices, at least I entered 3 in Victoria Island. I'm not lying to you. They have big espaces of office. Do you know now they stop putting off their AC in an office that has like maybe 12 ACs? They'll put on only 2, and they've added fans to their offices because they are trying to cut costs.
People did not see my WhatsApp status. I paid 55,000 naira this morning for fuel. And that's not full time.
From full tank.
It's not full time.
Full tank.
So right now,
long.
Christmas, I don't even know if I'm going to survive till Christmas.
And I think that we're going back to the era. I don't know who said it yesterday, that we'll get to a point where people prefer to have Zoom meetings. People prefer to have work from home than coming. It feels like we're in a COVID era.
As companies and even as a society, we don't have the full infrastructure for work from home.
Yes.
Oh my God.
When they
can I tell you how much my compound electricity bill is? My husband has been on a tear. We got a bill of 1 million this month, 8 flats, and it was my daughter that told me because he already ranted to her, the nanny, and he's very well, a million naira. I don't understand. I don't understand. And then I've just paid 55.
Are you producing? Is it a manufacturing company?
I don't know.
Is it a manufacturing company? We have all 2 fridges in my house. Only 1 freezer is working.
So these are the adjustments we're talking about that people are having to make.
When your fuel tank is now on half, you begin to panic because that's where your budget takes you to.
Yes.
If your fuel tank comes lower than half to a quarter, or even kissing the E, you know that you're looking at 100,000.
Yes. These days, what it is to have, I'm trying to buy because I can't predict what will happen in Nigeria. But see, we talked about families having to choose which child goes to school.
Yes.
If any child at this point in time. We spoke about 101. People right now doing 001. I told you about the lady who said she eats every other day because of her children. And I simply do not understand. We're in a country where this is a natural resource that comes from. What do you want? What do you like?
Yesterday,
I was vibrating right now.
I am unhappy. Yesterday,
I'm vibrating.
I'm trying to cook concoction rice. Do you know that I bought 1 smoked Titus for 2,500, and I wanted the rice to really be fishy so that it would be nice. So that multiplied by 5 because all of them were scrawny like this. And you wanted it to buffer your soup. That means at home now, I'm telling my children that, you know that thing that they used to serve rice in party? That one that you pack rice inside and used to do 1 scoop.
Yes.
I think it's 2 scoops everybody's going to be eating.
Yes.
Because you cannot continue like this. How many families can afford more than one family? Told me that a friend of mine told me that in their house, she and her husband will share 1 egg, and their 3 children will share 1 egg, so that they can spread the 6,200 naira crate.
Yes. 60.
Now eateries and Yaput, they are selling 1 egg 300, some 250.
And you ask them, what is their gain in there?
I don't know.
People, their gains are not, they're very tiny.
And yet you will hear some of them telling us that, now that the president is on vacation, that by the time he returns, he will have the brainwave on how to move us forward. Are you kidding me? It's so disheartening and painful.
See, right now, I'm even annoyed at this bar, and it's even, let me even tell you, I'm the one who approved the bar, but I realized NNPC is 998.
My own is I bought 1,050
naira.
Yes.
So it is 1,050 naira. How many of us have the time to queue at NNPC? We are trying to make the ends meet. Let me tell you, the ends are this far apart right now.
And please,
the
guys,
ends,
be
I want you to see me, please. Nigerians, the ends are this far apart. The ends are this far apart.
Yes.
Where is the middle ground? I'm the middle class. I don't feel middle class anymore. My socioeconomic standing has changed. I'm so sorry, blessings. And if it's this how I'm feeling, I can imagine people lower on the economic scale right now.
How they have told you,
what do you want from Nigerians? And I looked at that guy, he was pumping the guy, and I was thinking to myself this morning, I can say I can afford it.
Yeah.
But what about other people?
What is it that until Nigerians start to drink water from gutters?
It's until we use blood to run our vehicles.
We're paying for care, we're paying for light, we're paying our children's school fees.
Ladies,
do you know how many parents are not paying?